Greetings, and welcome to this TWE Trading presentation. All right, tonight we're going to entitle it Take Your Leap, okay? So this next 10 to 15 minutes is going to revolutionize your thinking. It's going to get you in gear to take your leap of faith, all right? So you don't need to set aside an hour, 2 hours, anything like that. We're going to get straight to the point. All right, so a little bit about me. My name is Kirk Rich. I'm originally born in East Cleveland, Ohio. Now, I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about East Cleveland, Ohio in 60 seconds or less. All right? The same place as a young child, the same place that we would go to pay our electric bill was connected to the fire department, which is also connected to where my mom would buy her Avon, which is also connected to the courthouse, which is also connected to the jail cell, which is literally in the basement. And all this is about the size of a 2-story duplex, okay? So when we talk about lack of resources, East Cleveland, Ohio in the 90s is the definition of a lack of resources, okay? So I share that to say it helped me in the way that I think about money because I saw so much lack growing up. I saw people lacking resources and that led to depression, both economic depression and mental depression, okay? So mental health is extremely important. And it was a mess. It was a mess. And when people are living in lack, then you start seeing people do things for money that they normally wouldn't do otherwise. Hurting one another, living a life of crime, getting into drugs, being depressed, and just doing things to try to make a quick dollar that they know is not healthy for them. So I always said, I do not want to be in that situation. And also I want to take it a step further and be able to create opportunities for people, so to give people something to take advantage of. All right. So just a little bit of background about where I'm from. I relocated to Columbia, South Carolina, really got into sports. I was fortunate enough to receive a full ride scholarship to Elon University, go Phoenix, and graduated in 2012 with a degree in sport and event management and a minor in business administration. I share to say that was the first time that I saw parents actually planning for their children's life. So we talk about generational wealth, and that's a very big topic nowadays. As more people are getting hip and becoming aware of financial literacy. We see a lot of talk about generational wealth, but at Elon University was the first time I saw generational wealth planned out. Like I saw it playing out in front of my eyes. Like it wasn't just about a car or somebody giving their child a car, they're having like cool clothes or anything like that. I mean, I saw children who would get a monthly check from their family. I saw kids who would get a monthly check from their family because their grandfather owned cornfields and they sold some more corn to local grocery stores or regional grocery stores. So all of the grandchildren, it was systematized. All of the grandchildren would get a check. So that really intrigued me. And I said, okay, this is definitely something that I want and something I want to create for my family. All right, so let's fast forward. I began trading in about 2016 after I was working about 15, 16 hours a day just to make about $4 or $5 grand a month. And my partner, his wife, walked in, and while we were moving, putting a whole bunch of time in a day to bring about $5 grand a month in, she had made $20,000 in an hour from trading. And I said, okay, that's what I need to be doing. So I dedicated my time, my energy, and effort to learning more about trading. And I started trading the following year. All right. So the reason why I am extremely passionate about trading is because I want to help 1 million households become financially literate, because it's not all about money. Believe me, it is not all about money. But with financial literacy comes more opportunities, more job opportunities, more investment opportunities, more peace. And when people spend their time and energy investing and they are where they want to be, that's a big thing. I'll repeat that again. When people are where they want to be, their energy is different. Their energy is extremely different. And you'll see that, like when you see people when they've invested in their neighborhoods, they've invested in their schools, they make sure that they take care of it. But when people are given something and the first thing they're going to do after a little bit of appreciation is complain about it. okay? Complain about it and not going to take care of it because they really don't have anything invested in it. That could be anything from a toy. Sometimes you'll see with cars. And we always complain about how this generation is so spoiled because they really haven't invested anything in it, okay? So I want to help 1 million families, 1 million households, not just people, 1 million households. That means everyone in the household become financially literate, okay? And from where I'm from, I didn't see a lot of financial literacy. I told you I saw a lot of lack. I saw a lot of struggle, a lot of strain, right? And so now when we hear about investing, it sounds cool, but some people are still leery, and I totally get it. And the reason that is because of lack of knowledge. Like in some households, you barely hear financial literacy being brought up. So people just lack the knowledge, period. They just know to go get a good job, work hard. Some people are taught to treat themselves. Some people just don't spend money. Some people just have like the very basics of it. Like they know how to make money, but they don't know how to steward money. So they know how to make it, but they don't know what to do with it once they make it. So if you don't know what to if you don't know what to do with something once you have it, your initial response is going to be able to you're just going to want to get rid of it. You're just not going to want it around you. And that's how a lot of people treat money. They don't know what to do with it, so they don't want it around them, AKA they spend it. They spend it and call it living it their best life. All right. Another one is lack of trust, lack of credible resources. This is a huge one. This is a huge one because when we talk about financial literacy, a lot of times that gets mixed up with get rich quick schemes. We see people say, oh, this is the easiest way. I hit 7 figures in just a little bit over. Let me show you how you have to do it. You don't even have to break stride to hit 7 figures. You don't have to do this to hit 6 figures. So for those, and I know you're not like that because we do not target what we call the bad dollar. We do not market. We do not advertise to the bad dollar. A person with that type of mentality will never, ever, ever know that TWE trading exists. So we have very, 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 very strenuous credentials. We have very strenuous, our demographic is very specific. Let's put it that way. And you're a part of that demographic. So you're seeing this because we know that you're not that type of person. Okay. And also, a lot of people just don't have their a very direct relationship with success. So during the pandemic, we saw this play out majorly. We saw this play out big time. We had people who were making high 5 figures, high 6 figures. Once they got furloughed from those jobs, or once they got laid off from those jobs, they had invested so much time, they had invested so many resources into that field of work for so long, they didn't have a skill set outside of that was able to maintain them. So people became, they were waiting on those unemployment checks. People started joining all type of things. People started, getting with all type of companies and schemes just in hopes to keep up their lifestyle, right? And it was truly a sad time. It was truly a sad time. And that's because when you have no direct relationship with success, that means all of your funds are coming from your job. All your funds are coming from your job. So when I first started trading, and like I told you, I graduated. I was working in sales at one point in time, but then I left because the compensation plan kept changing, and my commission was getting lower and lower despite my production going up. So I made a switch over to working in the public sector. So I was working for the government, the county, and this is what I like to call the testimony job. This is where, mom back at home stands up in church and say, hey, my son got a good job. He's got good benefits. He's got excellent benefits, and he's working for the government. And everybody can say, oh, yes, that's great. Oh, yes, that's great. When I first started there, when nobody knew, when I first started there, I had to start off part-time, right? And I had to do at least a few months part-time before I could get on full-time. So I had to have the full college degree, have the grades and everything, have the resume to get the job. But I started off at just $11.09 an hour. And the most I could work was 19 hours a week. And by this time, I'm grown. I'm in my mid-20s. I have my own apartment, my own car, and I have to make $11.09 an hour and work 19 hours a week just to get in the door. Okay. So I put in work for over 12 months. I put in work for approximately a year and a quarter, so about 15 months, just to get promoted. And this is what I graduated to every 2 weeks. $906.35. $906.35. That's what I graduated to. That's what I got promoted to. That was my congratulations. You put the work in. Here's what you get. And at the time, I wasn't living above my means. At the time, I wasn't driving a fancy car or doing anything like that. But when we talk about a direct relationship with success, this is the definition of a one. When a one, meaning your job accounts for 100% of your income on a scale from 1 to 10, this is what we're talking about. Before I got paid my next check, I had $9.23 in the bank. So when that 906.35 hit my account, I had $915.58 in my account, right? So that's the definition of being a one. So I want you to think about it right now. What would you rate your direct relationship with success? Would you rate it a one, meaning that your job accounts for 100% of your income? Or where do you fit between a 1 or a 10? And a 10 meaning you can make 6 figures without being employed. So with all this being said, I had started trading at this point, so it wasn't a problem. I had learned ways to double up. I had learned ways to pretty much match my salary. I had learned ways to double my salary, and I was still working full time. But the one thing I did notice, and I will say this, and it's not to shame, it's just that there are different strokes for different folks. I had joined all these different type of trading groups, and what I noticed was that a lot of times, a lot of people need to be motivated. A lot of people need to be consistently motivated and told to do what it is that they need to do. They already know what they need to do, but they need to be told it over and over and over. And honestly, that's the majority of people. It's just the majority of people. Because when you tell somebody they need to do something, notice this, they'll be like, yeah, I know. And they're not lying to you. They're not lying to you. They actually do know, right? But what happens is there's a complacency. There's a certain comfort zone people get stuck in. So those groups were more for people who already know what they needed to be doing, but they just needed to keep getting reminded. So I wasn't learning a lot because it was more of a pep rally feel. It was motivation. Okay, let's do some trading. Motivation. Okay, let's talk strategy. And I needed to be in a place where I needed more strategy. So I had maxed out all of the education that they were offering. I took an account from $200 to about $2,000 in about a month and a half. And I shared it with the group, and everybody was like, wow, I didn't know you were over there getting it like that. I didn't know you were making money like that. But it was because I was honed in, I was tuned into the education. However, there was a popular trade that went out amongst the group, and I lost it. And then we got another trade, and I lost that one. And nobody could explain why I was losing. The only thing we kept hearing was, get back up on the saddle, don't give up. Tough times don't last, tough people do. And I'm like, okay, now is not the time where I need to hear motivation. Now is the time where I need to hear explanation. Not that anyone has to explain anything to me, but I need to know why, what happened, where did the mistake happen? What did I do wrong? So when I couldn't get that question answered, I watched my account dwindle from $2,000 all the way back to less than $100 in approximately 20 minutes. It took me 2 months to build it up, 20 minutes to lose it. Now, I'm not blaming it on the group. Part of that was myself. A lot of that was me, but nobody could answer why, what was happening. Nobody can give me an answer. So I said, okay, I need to be somewhere else where I could focus on mastering the art and science of trading. All right. So fast forward, I go into a laser focus mode. I'm talking about I'm up all times of night. I'm studying. I'm literally manually studying charts, filling up 5-page notebooks, writing down and recreating market patterns. I'm sitting and I'm going to have real life meetings with 6-figure traders. I'm having conversations with 7-figure traders. I'm learning from institutional traders. I'm learning from people who have made 7 to 8 figures in the market. You know, I'm not just, you know, audiobook reading or anything like that. I'm really knee deep in the trenches. And I do this for about 3 years. Do it for about 3 years, and I fill up 5-6 pages worth of notebooks. And now I'm trading from a standpoint of I don't have that much ancillary income. My primary source of income, I'm only getting paid $900 every 2 weeks. So I would take about $100 of that. And with that, my goal with trading was to flip that $100 to at least $400 to $500 every week, so that I can honestly help pay my bills, so that I can pay my bills. So I approach trading from almost a can't lose standpoint. And when I say can't lose, I don't mean that I can never lose a trade. I mean I can't lose my initial investment. So when we talk about TWE trading, we talk about mastery. We're going to talk about the 3 phases of trading. We're going to talk about 3 phases of trading. Just like you have 3 phases to a game: offense, defense, and special teams. There's 3 phases to trading. You're going to have your offense or scoring, aka your profits. You're going to have your defense. You're going to have your defense, aka your risk management. How well can you protect your account? And then you're going to have your special teams, aka your facilitation and trading. How well can you produce results and help others to reproduce those same results? So here's one of my favorite, and going right into that, here's one of my favorite trading moments. All right. I took a $75 cash advance from Dave, and trading binary options using the TWE trading system that we teach. Nothing more, nothing less. Using the TWE trading system that we teach, I took a $75 cash advance from a company called Dave, and I flipped it to $600 in 2 days with a total of 3 hours of work. All right. So here are the receipts right here. Here are the receipts, and as you can see, it's not long ago at all. So here are the receipts, and then also I cashed out $200 the following day. So you see all of these are on the same day, and you see how close they are to one another. All right. Okay, so here's a list of those trades right here, so you can see the accuracy. So for those who don't know what this means, with OTC or over the counter, we have what's called a 92% return on investment. So that means whatever I invest, let's say it's $10, I'm going to make back 92% of that when I win. So I invest 10, I'm going to get 10 back plus $9.20. And that's the way we trade binary options. And all of that happens in just 2 minutes. So each one of these trades only lasts 2 minutes. Yes, this is 2 minutes, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So once you sit there and add it up, you may look and say, okay, $11 is not a lot, but that's only 2 minutes worth of work. Some people get paid $11 an hour, or imagine getting paid $11 every 10 minutes, then you're making over $60 an hour. So now we start to look at it a little differently, right? So $25, yes, that's in 2 minutes. So on and so forth. But you can literally write your own check, because what we do, we teach from a way of mastery so that you feel comfortable making sizable investments. And we show you how to properly manage risk so that you know when it's time to scale, you know what percentage of profit you should be investing and everything, okay? Okay, and why TWE trading? Why TWE trading? It's a simple answer. For me, we're in a new era of finances. If you don't believe that, just look around. It's not the same anymore. It's not the same anymore. We're not in the same economy where you can get a job and work that same job for 20 or 30 plus years without worrying about job security and be totally okay. You have to be able to learn, apply, and adapt. So in this economy, we have to be ready for whatever. We saw people, like I said before, we saw people with 6-figure jobs getting furloughed, getting laid off. We see people with $70,000, $80,000 jobs getting laid off and then having to land on their feet. So it's so important nowadays. It's almost like just one stream of income is a liability. If you have just one stream of income, it's a liability, because you're making that a crutch. You're making it a crutch. So what we understand with TWE trading is that everyone has a life outside of work. Everyone has a life outside of their career. So what we want to do, and what our goal is, and what my goal was with creating the course, was to make sure that it's relatable, that results are able to be produced and reproduced. So we make sure that it's effective, but also that it's time efficient. So a majority of the videos that you would see with TWE Trading are no longer than 15 minutes. 80% of the videos are 15 minutes or less. There are a few videos that are 30 minutes and maybe one or two that go into an hour, and those are a team webinar. Okay, we also make sure that TWE Trading is relatable. That means we're able to break down all of those technical terms into relatable terms so that you know your why for each scenario. You know why you're entering a trade, you know when you're entering a trade, and you know the expected outcome. But if it doesn't happen the way you did, guess what? You're already hedged against it. You're okay. You're okay. And also the biggest piece to make sure it's affordable. Okay, financial literacy in today's time is as big and as important as literacy, period. Because we're all going to have money in our possession and we need to know what to do with it. It is that important, okay? All right, so now we're just going to breeze through a few, few testimonials. All right, this is from Amaje Riley. She's a go-getter. She works in IT. She's also the co-CEO of Millennial Women Millionaires. TWE Trading is definitely a game changer. As a beginner, I looked at trading as a daunting task that would take a lot of time to comprehend. TWE allowed me to learn the basics at my own pace and break down jargon that only expert traders would know in terms that I, as a beginner, was able to grasp in a short amount of time. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Riley. See, let's go here. Let's go next. This is Montreal Brooks. He's an educator. And here's the thing about Mr. Brooks. Mr. Brooks is a father of 3. He's a full-time educator. He also is a graduate. He's also a graduate student, a husband, and he's an artist. So he has a lot on his plate. But TWE Trading is designed for people like Mr. Brooks who have a lot of stuff going on, but they don't need to take a lot of time out to maximize their profits, okay? So TWE Trading has not only been a blessing and another stream of income, it has changed my perspective in investing and wealth. I've been able to learn a new skill while adding value to myself, more importantly, my family, okay? So Mr. Brooks caught and I'm sure he wouldn't mind me sharing this, he tried to tell, his friends about it. He tried to tell his significant other about it, but at first they kind of scoffed at it. Then it got to the point where he was making, $50 a day. It was, oh, okay, this is interesting. Then it got to a point, $100 a day. Okay, that's cool. Now he makes $100 in 2 trades. He can make $100 in 4 minutes. And we don't say can like he hasn't. He does this consistently. It might take him on the long end 1 hour to make $100. And he can tap in 3 to 4 hours a day to go back and get it and do that on rinse and repeat. So now all of his family and friends are interested in TWE Trading, and a few of them have signed up, okay, because we really take it serious over here. We really focus on mastering the art and science of trading. Okay, Elena King, for several years I've been interested in trading and Forex trading, and I tried to learn it on my own on YouTube, which was very time consuming for me. People approached me from the MLM perspective, but it just didn't resonate. Crossing paths with Kirk and joining TWE was more my speed, and his methodology is helpful, when learning to leverage time while earning money. That's the big one, leveraging time while earning money. If you're a truly dedicated person, you'll see results from working with this group. So we do not put an emphasis on recruiting or anything of that nature. We focus, like I said again, strictly on the mastery. So you'll see this on the website, Mastery Over Mascots. We want people to know what they're doing, when to do it, why they're doing it, versus just being a poster child for something that they really don't understand or can't answer questions about. Okay, this is a fellow friend of mine. We also coach middle school football together. He's another teacher, works with Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools, and a coach. And when we first started working together, he worked at Park and Rec with me part-time, and he was doing DoorDash. Now he doesn't do the other two, and he just works full-time as a teacher because trading has allowed him to supplement his income without having to do DoorDash or work at Park and Rec. So he says he hit $100 on his first day. I hit $100 on my first day. I appreciate the training videos. They helped me to catch on quick. Straight and to the point. Thank you, Mr. Foggy. Okay, so funny story, because we like to have fun over here too. It's a very family, family fun type of environment. We're like a big family, okay? So while me and Trey, like we really do this in real life, while me and Trey, Mr. Foggy, were coaching, this is when we were still working together, and I've been telling him about TWE trading for about a year. And I told him, I said, man, I'm going to quit this job with this trading stuff. Hey, you should join me. He said, of course, I'll get to it. He really didn't believe until one day I put in my 2-week notice. And then so shortly after that, he joined. He was sold. So while we were working with another brand and teaching kids how to play softball, teaching kids how to play t-ball, the ages from 3 to 5, I noticed that he kept looking down at his phone. And the number one thing when you're a parent and there's a T and you have kids with aluminum bats and they're 3 to 5 years old, you do not want the coach to be looking down at his phone, right? So I went over to him and asked him what was happening. He had just literally registered with TWE Trading the night before, and I saw him smiling and shaking his head. And he showed me this screen right here. Within an hour, in between the water breaks, he was trading, and he made $150 in an hour. He made $150 an hour while we were teaching kids how to play softball. And as you can see, these are not like he just hit one trade a bunch of times and it just won a bunch of money. These are different trades, different times. You can see the timestamps. And you can see these are all within an hour. All right. So another person, this is Dwight. Dwight is from California. Dwight found out about TWE Trading through a client referral, and he just said, I must thank you for this course. It has been eye-opening. The way you explain the science behind everything using relatable technology like buying shoes and gas makes it super easy to understand, bro. He just wanted to play around. And in his playing around, Dwight made $1,300 within his first 7 days. He applied our 2-minute strategy and made over $1,000 in profit. He sent me, if you were to zoom in, you see this is $1,300. So we're serious over it. Okay. And this is just this is what our TWE Trading group chat looks like. You'll find out more about that as well. But we celebrate every win. We celebrate like a family. But like I said, the biggest thing is that we focus on the mastery. So you're getting with a group of people who are like-minded, who think like you think, who are thorough, who want to know what they're doing. They're not just in it to come and copy and paste off of someone else, but they're in it to learn. And then, of course, we're going to help you. We're going to help you. You're going to be supported along the way. And as you can see here, Jermaine S. said this chat has been pure motivation. So just in 7 months alone, we started with just 5 people. First, I started training with just one other person. That grew to 3 people. That grew to 5 people. Within 7 months, we've grown to over 100 members with no advertising, with no outside advertising dollars. So you're actually of the first generation of people who are hearing about TWE Trading through advertising, or for that, we're going to have a super duper special offer for you. All right. So here's Devin Prasad. He's the owner of Fit Sage Fitness. He says, thanks to your strategy with TWE, I was able to turn a $50 account into $575 in just 4 days. I appreciate you. Now, this was special to me because, as you can see, Devin has a very big family, and this was right around Christmas. So when you're looking at $50 in a trading account, and Devin works, and he also does a lot of side jobs. As you can see, he has the muscle, so he helps people move furniture, things like that as well. So he has a full-time job, side gigs, and then he just decides to do this trading thing. He had $50 to spare. So to see that go from $50 to $575 within 4 days, right around Christmas time, I know it meant a lot to him because he took the time to reach out to me, and that really gave me goosebumps. It really meant a lot to me because I know how much that meant to him. Because just that $50 investment multiplied itself by 11 times in just 4 days. Okay? So we are not just for, we're not just for people, whatever age group you may be thinking. This is not just for millennials or the hipsters or those new kids. Miss Cynthia, I love her to pieces. Miss Cynthia is over 50 years old, and she works with us as well. And she works full time, very dedicated, and she trades with us in the evening or on her way to work in the morning. So she says, "Good morning, team. Today I made my first $100. Thank you to each and every one on this awesome team for your help and support." And that meant a lot. That meant a lot. So TWE Trading is for a wide range of people, not just for millennials, not just for hipsters. Trust me. Okay. So these are just some more examples of the type of accuracy that we teach when it comes to trading. So we have close to 20 trades here and just 2 losses. So as you can see, look at here. We like to call this clean and green. We like to keep our screens green and clean. All right. Okay. We also have major group sessions, and we really benefit so much from these. So now we get to the TWE Analyst Group, right? And for you, the Analyst Group is going to be literally just $10 a month. That is the same price as Netflix. I told you from the beginning that I'm all about creating opportunities. I'm all about creating opportunities for the real go-getters and allowing people the chance to seize those opportunities. So I believe financial literacy is so important that we're not going to charge $1 billion for it. To join the TWE Trading Analyst Group is literally just $10 a month. $10 a month, the same price as Netflix. And here's what you get with that. All right. You'll get Mindset Mondays. Mondays at 7 p.m. We discuss trading psychology and account growth strategies. Okay. So everything that goes into trading psychology is from risk management, your thought process, to what you're doing on the charts, what you're doing before the charts, how you're just managing your overall day and your overall wellness, because we care about the whole person. A whole person is going to create a complete trader. All right. So we focus on the whole person. We also have Power Hour. That's on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We trade live as a team. We trade live as a team together, and we make money together. And then Paid in Full on Thursdays at 8 p.m. That's when we have interest meeting for prospective members. So you get access to all of this. And we are also added something new on the weekends. Is one day out the weekends, either Saturday or Sunday, we have what's called Virtual Power Hour, where in our TWE Trading Analyst group chat, we share trades with one another for about a 2 to 3 hour span, so that everybody that's in the group chat has the opportunity to get in on those trades, and we get to profit together as a team. All right. And that's all for just $10 a month. I'm guaranteeing you're going to make that times a whole bunch more. You're going to make that $10 guaranteed. You'll make that in a day. You'll make that in, let alone a month. All right. So a couple of frequently asked questions that I get. Am I required to recruit? Absolutely not. No. We focus on mastering the art and science of trading. If you decide to tell someone about TWE Trading, it's because it's done good for you. It's done good for you, and you want to put someone else on. It's that simple. All right. Should I trade when the economy is shaky? Absolutely. You want to know why? Because with the type of trading that we do, we trade like it's almost like a global stock market. So we can trade on a traditional stock market, but we're also able to trade when economies are going up or economies are going down. So if the US dollar is losing value, we can sell the US dollar and buy another currency. So if the US dollar is going down, sweat it not. Do not fret. We just simply sell, and we make money as the value of the dollar goes down. And we can buy another currency and make money as that value goes up. You can get paid literally in minutes. We have a program you can get paid in minutes. We have a program that teaches you how to master short-term. And when we say short-term investing, we're talking 2 minutes. Literally, you can put a trade in and get paid out within 2 minutes. All right. We have mid-term investing, meaning, over the course of weeks, over the course of months, and we have long-term investment strategies, and that's over the course of years. Okay. All right. And how much time will this take to learn? In all honesty, we have people who go live trading within 2 weeks. And I'll say that's the median. Within 2 weeks, people are ready to go live trading. So you'll take the first week to really take in everything, watch the videos, get familiar and learn. And then that second week, you start practicing on your demo. After that, you will have the confidence from the group. You will have confidence from attending our trainings in the TWE Analyst Group chat, where you'll feel confident to take live trades, okay? And then we're always there to help you along the way, so you're always supported. Okay, and what's the catch? Here's the catch. There is none. The catch is you're the first ones we're ever marketing to. So a lot of work out of all of the members, we took the top 20% of people who perform best with TWE Trading, and we looked at that demographic, we studied that demographic, we nitpicked that demographic, and then we went to find people just like that, and we landed at you. So there is no catch. There is no catch. All right. So just get prepared, not only just to get prepared, but take your leap of faith. The bridge between our current circumstances and our dream life is action. That's it. There's nothing else but action. So take that action step. Take your leap of faith. All right. And also, here's our normal price. Here's our normal price that we spoke of. So you're going to get a binary options trading course and a Forex trading course. Not for $100, you're going to get it for just $80. And rather than paying $20 a month to join the TWE Analyst Group, you're going to just pay $10 a month, and you're going to be locked in at that rate for life. No matter how much TWE Trading increased, because I'm telling you, the price is not going to stay the same. When we first started, I gave TWE Trading away. I gave it away to 5 people. Two of those people stuck around. Now they're making a lot of money. Then it started off at $40. And I said, I'm only going to go up as more people start having more success and having testimonials. And I just went up $5 increments, $10 increments. Now we're at 100. But for you, because you are a part of this first class, you're going to get it for just 80. So all you have to do is scroll down to the bottom of this page and enter your payment information, opt in for the $10 monthly fee for the TWE Trading Analyst Group, and you're going to be locked in at that rate. The $80 is only a one-time purchase price, so you're not going to be paying $80 a month. There are no hidden fees. There's no catch. I told you from the beginning, I truly believe in creating great opportunities, and that's serious. So I thank you. We went a little over 15 minutes. I thank you for taking your time. Let's get ready to take your leap of faith and have a blessed one.